from Jorge Newbery Airport in Buenos Aires. It is the domestic airport for flights within the country. We are headed to El Calafate today. We're gonna fly down there. It's about a 3-hour flight. And then from there, we're gonna take a 3-hour bus ride down to El Chalten, which is the hub for hiking, Argentinian Patagonia. Do 2 hikes, Fitzroy and Cerro Torre. They're both kind of all-day hikes. And then on our 3rd day, we go back to El Calafate, and we're based there for 1 night where we will go see the Perito Moreno Glacier. Today's the start of the hiking part of our adventure, so super excited. Just can't wait to get there. So it is just a long day of travel, which is fine because we've walked a lot while we've been here in Buenos Aires, so it might be nice to just sit for a little bit. Plus, I didn't sleep very much. I went to bed at 1.
Yeah.
And then woke up at 4:40 because I couldn't sleep, so yeah, tired.
Boarding our flight number 1. We now landed in El Calafate, and man, just check that out. Ready?
Ready. I was crying on the airplane. It is so beautiful. We are 23 kilometers from El Calafate, 78K from Perito Moreno Glacier, and 220 from El Chalten, which is where we're going right now. And this is where we're going to be hiking.
We're now gonna go grab our bags, and actually Melissa was just saying, quite a nice airport for being here in El Calafate. I expected a pretty low-key airport. Alright, got all of our bags?
Got them all.
Oh my gosh, now look at your luggage.
It's a new style.
It's
Helps you, yeah, it's avant-garde.
We're in the El Calafate airport, and we have to get in line to exit the airport, and I think everyone's required to put their belongings through the x-ray machine.
Obviously we're here in Patagonia, and they're pretty strict about bringing like nuts and other stuff like into the country, so I think that's probably why they're being a little bit more strict about putting everything through the machine.
It's taken a while, which is fine because our shuttle isn't ready till 1 anyway, and it's 12.
Alright, Melissa, ready for the bus?
Yeah, so I pre-booked a Lenga shuttle. I think it's semi-private for the 5 of us. So they're gonna take us from El Calafate to El Chalten straight to our hotel. And then on the way back, they will pick us up at our hotel and bring us to our El Calafate hotel. Since we're a group of 5, we couldn't really, a lot of people will rent a car and just drive themselves. But we're a group of 5, so we were never going to fit in their small cars here. So this was the way to go.
The trip to El Chalten is 3 hours. In the middle of the trip, you have 1 stop to 20 minutes in stop of the Rue La Leona to go to the bar and take a coffee, okay? At the moment, to take a coffee.
Alright, so everybody's here. This is our entire group. We're going to be hiking the next week or so here. This is our first gateway to Patagonia. So yeah, super excited. We're going to get some coffee first. We found our bus. So this is the bus that we're taking on a 3-hour trip to El Chalten from El Calafate. Nice and easy, just right from the airport. And they're putting all of our bags in the back right now, and then we kind of just select our own seat. So yeah, should be good. So we've stopped at this little hotel cafe place, About an hour into the bus ride here, and they have food and coffee and stuff, and this little like shop. What's how windy is it?
It's windy, but I feel like it could be even worse than it is now, so.
Alright, we made it to Chalten. That was pretty easy bus ride actually. Not too bad. A lot of good views along the way. First view of all the mountains, and now about to check into our hostel here.
Hey, buddy. Do you smell that fresh Patagonian air?
Yes.
All right, so we've arrived here at our hostel in Argentinian Patagonia. So the town is called El Chalten, and it's our base for two hikes, Fitzroy and Cerro Torre. Let me show you our hostel. It's a hostel for 5 people. There's a common room down here and two bedrooms upstairs. So here's the living room. Here's the bathroom. It has a full shower in it. That's nice.
Nice.
Kitchen. We'll go upstairs. With 3 twin beds here. And then there's a room with a queen, it looks like here, the star room. And that's pretty much it. There's no AC or anything, but I think it's pretty cool. I don't know, it's kind of hot in here, but it gets cold at night, so it should be fine.
Yeah, nice big windows. There you go.
Yeah, keep it open.
Okay, so after setting up in the room for a little bit, we now come out to one of the main streets in El Chalten. Not that this town is really that big, but this is pretty much the main street. And we're gonna go try to find a restaurant to go find some food. And we might do a quick hike, about an hour hike a little bit later, since it gets dark around 10 o'clock here, so that's great. Plenty of sunlight. Alright, so we've now walked around pretty much the entire town, which is really not that big, but options are pretty much kind of the same. You know, pizzas, pastas, burgers, sandwiches, stuff like that. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to the first restaurant we were at and get some late lunch, early dinner, whatever that is, supper. Coffee. What'd you get, Melissa? You got pineapple juice.
They call it anana?
Yeah, anana.
Weird. Anana
It's pineapple.
fresca.
Agua fresca de piña. Agua fresca de piña.
But they call it something different.
They call the pineapple anana.
Marisol, how was your salad?
So we ordered a stupid Greek salad, right? And we already had experiences with ordering salads and them not having like any lettuce on them. So we get our Greek salad. It's just blocks of cheese, tomatoes, onions, and olives. That's not a salad. I was like, does this not have any cheese on it?
Or any
Lettuce?
greens? It wasn't green at all. It was pretty good meal here at this restaurant. Pizzas were better than everything else. The salad, obviously, like Marisol was saying, was kind of funny. But yeah, good coffee, good pizza. Now we're off to go to the grocery store.
Good beer as well.
Yeah, good beer. And we're gonna go and get some supplies at the supermarket to make lunch for tomorrow, and water and all that stuff. Man, one of my favorite cars is these old Defenders. I'm gonna eventually get an old Defender.
They have a strawberry one, but it's light.
That should be okay.
So one strawberry.
Okay, so there's two grocery stores here in El Chalten. This one that we were just in, the selection was a little slim, so we're gonna go check out the other one.
We like to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch, and they had jelly but not peanut butter, so that's kind of pointless. So we're gonna go see if we can find some peanut butter.
Yeah, and they don't have like regular loaves of bread, like sliced loaves. They just have like the normal like rolls, so we'll see what the other one has to offer. I was wrong. There's actually 3 supermarkets. So we're walking to the one that Melissa said most everybody recommends. Hopefully it's a little bit bigger and has more selection. Yeah. It doesn't look like it's a little bit out of like the main area, so maybe that'll help with being a little bit bigger. Right. And Melissa, do you think this is the actual way?
Well, it's on the map, so.
It looks like we're going.
It really does look like we're going
nowhere. Melissa, where did you lead us to? She led us to an empty gas depot that says prohibited.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought there was a supermarket at the end of this road, but there's not. So
you want to ask this lady? Found it.
Found it, just not where.
This is it. Well, at least this grocery store has sliced white bread, and apparently they don't carry peanut butter. So
we're gonna check one more supermarket, and if they don't carry peanut butter,
jam sandwiches it is.
I don't know about that.
We're gonna have to figure something else out. Found peanut butter. So, which one is the best one to find the peanut butter at? It's the Supermercado on the main strip.
The one with the artisan.
Yeah, the one with the souvenir stuff in it as well.
Okay, so we got the peanut butter.
It wasn't cheap, but at least we found it. It's $3.50, which is
$6.
Yeah, but we are in the middle of the mountain,
we can
right?
Find it, so
Yeah.
take left.
It's now a little after 7 o'clock. Just had dinner, obviously. Found all of our supplies for lunch tomorrow, and now we are gonna go do about an hour hike. Basically, just follow the main road down. It's an area where they have a bunch of waterfalls apparently, so it's drizzling a little bit. But the good thing is it doesn't get dark until about 10, so we have enough sunlight to do the hike. You look ready.
I'm so ready, except I wish I had a hood like everyone else.
You do have a hood.
No,
Oh,
like
with the lip?
one that goes out like this.
Oh.
So if I get rain on, it's gonna go.
True. This hike is about 3 kilometers that way, basically just walking along the road. And I think there's a cutoff for the actual trail here in a little bit. El Chalten has some cool stuff.
Yeah, we just didn't walk down far enough.
Like this modern looking pub looks pretty cool. El Chalten is actually quite big, quite a lot bigger than I thought. We had only walked back that way, kind of the main like older part of town, but if you keep going further down this way, there's actually quite a few more like breweries and restaurants and little shops. It actually looks really nice. And there's even more stuff up that way, so I'm pretty happy with that.
So we're gonna hike to Rio del Salto. It's apparently a waterfall. It's 3 kilometers, right?
Yeah.
So it'll take us, it's supposed to be 1 hour one way. We'll see. We're fast hikers. 3 kilometers.
That's right. Yeah. It's like a mile and a half. Really pretty hike so far. You got the mountains in the background, the river down there. It's beautiful. first taste of the Argentinian Patagonia. Very windy so far, but it's beautiful. Alright, so the first part of this trek was exposed on top of like some ridges, and it was super windy. So we got our first taste of the crazy winds here in Patagonia. But now we're in the forest and it's nice. It's drizzling a little bit, but not too bad. I think we're almost there, probably a little less than a mile.
Got it, Melissa! You got it! Get on your hands too! Oh, yay! Good job! Yeah! The confidence! That's scary!
White rock!
Gotta be fast!
Nice, you got it!
When I jumped, like the water splashed to my butt. But it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Did you like the waterfall?
I did. We all liked it.
Alright, so that is the end of our hike to, what is this called?
Chorrillo del Salto.
Chorrillo del Salto, which is a waterfall, obviously.
Diarrhea.
And apparently it's, yeah, diarrhea in Spanish. In Mexican Spanish, anyway. So yeah, it's 9 o'clock right now, and it is still bright as hell outside. And that's crazy. So it's gonna be probably 10 o'clock before sun sets.
It's great though. It just means that you don't have to wake up super early for every single hike.
We're gonna head back to the hotel and just kind of chill and prepare for tomorrow. So see you guys in the next video. Ready?
You should knock on the door.
Well, hello there.
Redo.
Wow, that was terrible.
We have arrived at our hostel in El Chalten, which is the base for our camps in Argentinian Patagonia.
Our hikes.
What did I say?
You said our camps.
It's the base for our camps in Argentinian. Oh my God, these two. Okay.
Ready, go.